a letter from a worried brother whose sister was trafficked from Lagos to Libya through Kano, led to unearthing other stories in the quest to facilitate justice for Joy. Senior correspondent Sharon Ijasan takes us through a series of investigative stories titled Uncovering the Sad Realities of Human Trafficking in West Africa and Libya, with Kano State, northwest Nigeria, as the biggest route for such activities.
It all started in March 2022 when I received a message from a concerned brother who was worried about the whereabouts of his sister. She had been trafficked to Libya, North Africa, by human traffickers. Communicating with anyone in Libya via the telephone is an expensive venture. Hence, Joy and I had to interact on social media platforms. She tells me the story of how she was trafficked from Lagos State to Kano State in northwest Nigeria, then to Libya by road.
You know, they keep maltreating us, that we should wear it, that we should sleep with men, different men, all those men, all those all those Nigerian men, you know, all those stupid men. They say we should do it. Even if it is madman that came there, they will say you sleep with him to collect money, that we should pay them 2 million or 3 million, or you call your people in Nigeria to control money to give them before they will release you. If not, some girls are there paying 3 million, paying 4 million. In my case, they said I should pay 2.5 million. I don't have. If I have 2.5 million, I won't leave Nigeria. Or if my family have that kind of money, I won't even leave Nigeria. I'm the first daughter of my family. I said maybe let me just go there, since I heard the payment is big in house help work or in the hospital work as a cleaner. I think maybe I will help my family. I don't even know the journey is this long. They didn't even tell me the journey will take me 3 weeks for me to reach Libya. When I get to this, I don't know how to do it. I said, let me turn back. You cannot go back. You cannot go through. Even if you look everywhere, you cannot run because they cage everywhere. We are not seeing sun. We are just in one place, very big place. Kids everywhere. Girls and men. When I came there, I saw girls. I said, what are they? And all of them, because if you went to tell the organ, this man don't want to use condom, he will even beat you. He will kill yourself.
With this in mind, I went in search of survivors of trafficked persons. My team and I came across a shelter in Lagos named Bakita. There, I met a number of girls who survived trafficking. I watched closely what their daily routine is in their bid to recover and reintegrate into the society. Many of them were trafficked to Libya just like Joy, and others to countries like Burkina Faso, Ghana, Togo, and Gambia, all in the name of seeking greener pastures.
It's right from Agadez. She told me like she's short of money, so I have to. We take from Lagos, we take bus to Benin. From Benin, then we take the bus to Kano. So it was from Kano. I know what is going on because they were passing me inside bike, different bike. Even we were following some bush like forest, so I even have injury then in front of my head because of the trees. So we get to the Agade. So I was like, what kind of country is this? It was very hot, full of flies. I was like, what kind of country is this? So she told me that, hey, I'm sorry, I'm short of money, so you have to walk here. So I told her that, but you told me I'm taking here, so why land? Are we not taking flight? She said no. Even I out of Nigeria. I was like, I'm out of Nigeria. How? So she told me that you have to walk here. So I told her I can't. She told me that you do prostitution. I said prostitution. Even though I can't do prostitution in my country, is it a country I don't even know anything about? I told her I can't do that.
The story goes on, but something remains constant in their narratives. Traffickers lure vulnerable girls between the age of 13 and Nigeria. Many of them were lured into trafficking even before completing their secondary school education. Others were trafficked while learning a trade, with poverty and low standard of living as the driving force.
Spent more than 2 weeks before we now get to a place. She said it's Gatron. So she said now we are in Libya, that she's taking me to the city of Libya. From there we are going to Italy. So I was like, going to Italy? She said yes, that you will see white people, that place is full of glass. Even when you are stepping on the floor is not sand, it's glass. I was like, glass. So later we moved from Gatron to Tripoli. So that's where she told me that now you have to start working this. So I said no. She beat me. I was tortured. She and some group, they beat me. They were smoking, they were drinking.
One thing remains constant: help of one of their sponsors, which oftentimes requires unprotected sex. This is the reason many of them return with babies or unwanted pregnancies. For those who cannot escape through the help of their sponsors, they are usually intentionally brave and consistent in securing their freedom.
She later gave my passport to one guy. So she now said that she's the guy that pay money for all my documents, and he's the guy that I will pay money to. I said I don't have any agreement of paying money. He said me I should go with the guy. The guy came in the night and took me to another place where I was staying. I tried there to escape, but it's not easy to escape from their hand. I went to police station. They told me that in Abu Dhabi, they told me to go back to where I'm coming from. I told them that I'm not going anywhere. I sleep in the police station. I told them, okay, you should arrest me and put me in the prison. They say, what do you do? I said, I don't have visa. That is the reason why you should arrest me. They say it's a lie. I should go back. If police catch me without visa, they can arrest me, but now they will not arrest me. I said, I'm not going anywhere. I stayed there till the next morning, crying to them for help. No one of them respond to me. And I could remember when I came, they took me to Nigerian embassy and collect something. So I know definitely they are aware of this thing. They took me to Nigerian embassy, we passed there to the house. The taxi driver that took me to the house. So they were like, when they came, did I know embassy? I said, yes. The day I came, they took me to this place. They passed here and collect something. So definitely know that I register here, they should be aware that if anything happened. I stay in Nigerian embassy afternoon till night. That is, they have closed. So if you come and take me back to police, I will still go and sleep there.
You don't know her name?
Her name is Joke Alimon. Alimon is your name.
For others, they return without their sanity. According to the United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization, UNESCO, Nigeria is one of the leading African countries involved in trafficking in persons within and outside its borders. Human trafficking continues to be an escape route from abject poverty and rising unemployment for many citizens in the country, which remains poor with very low per capita income. It is estimated that more than 15 million Nigerians live outside the country for the purpose of education, jobs, as well as other illicit activities like commercial sex work.
When they bring people back from wherever they travel to, either those who return voluntarily or those who were forced to return, they bring some of them here, not all. Those, either they are trying to trace their families or they are trying to get them acquire some skills. We also collaborate with our international bodies out there. When there is a survivor returning, they call us.
Still curious about the experience of traveling by road from Lagos to Kano, then to Libya, I decided to go on the journey to Kano. I met interesting people on the trip, and from my observation, they really want Kano to be out of the map as a trafficking route. After arriving in Kano, I discovered that the challenge is even bigger than described.
Police organizers are going outside other West African countries. Liberians Last 4 days, we returned them back. Okay, you know the Nigerians have done that here.
I think you see why it's important. It's Nigerians.
So Nigerians, now Cameroonian, Ghanaians, they are all following this particular.
At one time, I can notice that I don't know.
They need even today.
It means that the government actually has to do more, or is it regulatory bodies that need to do more at this point in time?
Here in Kano, you can get vehicle to Niger even at 2 o'clock in the night.
Anytime.
Anytime, yes. So the movement here, you can move up to Morocco if you can get a vehicle because of the business
Activities.
Yeah. To Chad from Bachara on daily basis, they used to move up to Sudan.
Armed with more information, I decided to visit various motor parks in the Northwest state as recommended by my source. While some people involved in the illicit trade are aware of the danger and have been trained by National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons (NAPTIP), there are others who are perpetually lured into the business and believe it can't be stopped. This is the popular Koforuwa Park in Kano, which travelers, traffickers and smugglers use. Reputed to be the largest motor park in Kano metropolis, it is located around the ancient city gate of Koforuwa in Dala local government of the state.
But if you talk to him now, there will be suspicion as if maybe there are some arrangements somewhere.
No, but which arrangement?
We don't come with money.
Already even close, they are waiting to pray.
He said that the challenge that there is no solution.
The park refused to make any comments for now, though they promised to react some other time. We are concerned that this growing trend seems to stand the state out for being a choice place for traffickers across the country and West Africa. From Kano, I moved to a border state. I engaged some people at the park about human trafficking in the area. The head of the drivers' union at the park explained how much it costs to traffic girls through the desert and Mediterranean Sea to Europe.
She won't be visiting it's in the gallery to make a question.
She know already. So how many people?
So what time I want to come back.
Delay there. You dig a good Bam.
The controller of immigration in Kano State spoke about the challenges facing the agency in combating this menace. He proposed the law should empower the Nigerian Immigration Service to prosecute offenders.
There are the practical challenges and the more important challenges. Communication, that is the scientific means of identifying these people and arresting them. Mobility, which has been built. Takai and Kibia. So if an immigration officer arrests now, he needs to go to the police and for assistance to detain that person, more especially at the odd hour, which is the practice time for the smuggling. They used to do it in very night. That is the movement time. When you arrest, where are you taking them? And that is the dangerous time for the operation, because these people are armed.
Human trafficking is a scourge that inflicts untold pain is a significant problem in Nigeria, with NAPTIP, majority of them women and children are trafficked annually in the country.
Transit as well as a destination country. In Kano metropolitan area, we have over 4 million people residents here, which make it easier for people to melt and also do their havoc things. Some of our hoteliers are also not helping matters, as they harbored those traffickers and those victims of traffickers. And I can tell you that a lot of traffickers patronize Kano, as it is a syndicate. Synergy between the security agencies, carrying all the stakeholders along. Let our imams and our pastors go and sensitize our people. Let our traditional rulers also support by providing information and sensitizing their people as well. Let the government support by means of employment and the means of engaging our citizens. Let's try and create something that will engage our youth.
I met with Osita Osemene, an activist and executive director of Patriotic Citizens Initiative, who incidentally is a survivor of human trafficking. With its experience, exposure, and constant interactions with survivors, he shares factors that fuel the menace with me.
There's a lot to do in the aspect of ensuring government consciousness to the fact that traffickers are very, very proactive people. They are people who take advantage or loopholes of any lapses in the system. So we've observed that instead of traffickers relenting on their measures and their ways of exploiting vulnerable young girls, they go by coming up with different strategies to ensure that they beat all the security agencies and all the efforts by the government to mitigate the issue of trafficking in persons.
In an exclusive interview with a community leader, Nura Husman Damejinwingim, district head of Tara local government of Jigawa State, he explained that the reality on ground is that trafficking of human beings is real and exists among us.
Okay. When people come into that market, a lot of things happen. Good things, bad things. And when they go out, they leave us with those things. And when they are going, they influence some of our people. A lot of cars that come in from Niger Republic attend this market of Gujungu market. And when they are going, they can carry human beings with them together. While they are promised a lot of greener pastures. And they take them off. They go into Niger Republic. Some of them may even travel up to Libya and Tripoli, trying to reach Europe. If they carry 10 people and one of them was able to succeed and cross this route, then a lot of information may come in that there is a lot of good things there. He may not tell them the challenges.
While the big question on how to tackle the menace remains unanswered, trafficking in person is still a big problem, which regulatory agencies such as NAPTIP are battling to end. Of this report, we tell the story of Favor, who was trafficked to Ghana at age of 14, impregnated and repatriated by the International Organization of Migration, IOM, to Nigeria at 16, and a mother at 17. In the last part, TVC News crew took the journey to Bana Kwanta in northern Ghana, where Favor, now a mother, was trafficked to. Sharon Ijasan, TVC News.